First things first, you have to excuse the hot, sweaty me today, but it's been a big day as we've just moved house here in Dili, Timor Leste. So we arrived 6 weeks ago, we did our 2 weeks quarantine, and then unfortunately, just as we were leaving quarantine, the house that we had pre-arranged whilst we were back in New Zealand fell through. Oh, I just need to grab my coffee. One sec. So hot. Thank you, love.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
We deliver that.
Nice. Cheers, love. Flat white. So we sent messages out to everyone that we know in Dili, and we put messages on Facebook group Dili Expats asking for anyone that knew of accommodation, and we found a short-term place that was perfect and allowed us a bit more time to find the house that we're moving into. So anyone that knows us here in Dili knows that we don't have a car, and we cycle everywhere as we do back in New Zealand as well. So we've borrowed this car off a friend, and made the whole process of moving, even though it's only a 10-minute trip from the old house to the new house, but yeah, just made that whole process so much easier. And it meant also that we could just hop around Dili to some of the shops and get some of the last minute bits and pieces that we needed for the house. There's Dili.
What's that, Siri?
Now, I'm not going to lie, the whole process of finding housing in Dili is somewhat challenging, and like I said earlier on, we reached out to friends via WhatsApp and so on to ask if they knew of anyone, and then they asked their friends, and that was actually how we found our place. And also we put a few messages and posts up on some of the Facebook groups. So you've got a couple Dili Expats groups, and then there's also a full rent Dili Timor Leste group as well. And then it's just sifting through everything that comes back, as the accommodation can vary quite drastically, and depending on where you want to be in the city as well. So we had quite a specific area that we wanted to be, quite central, as we're both cyclists, easy for us to get everywhere we need to get to. Touch wood, it's pretty good on the flooding front as well, especially important now in the wet season. But everything that came back did vary quite drastically. So you had things that started off at 400 for a studio or for a small apartment, and then things right up to 2,000, 2,200 per month that are more complex, with a swimming pool, gym, Wi-Fi, etc. So it just depends what you want. Oh, how's it going there, Ash?
Pretty good. We'll move some things.
How long have we been in the house?
At least 10 minutes now. But I've got all the dishes out and moved that, so I feel like, I don't know if that's going to work there or not.
So this is all the furniture that was in the house. We've got sofa, coffee table, a couple of chairs. So yeah, a nice big round table. And a couple of units. We're just going to figure out where the best place for these to go is.
So this one's actually got a silverware tray already in it. So it's quite handy.
We've got a fridge here as well, which I bought in yesterday, and gave it a good clean up. Just took a few minutes to get going, so I was a bit worried that wasn't going to work, but yeah, touch wood, that's all going well. Okay, so we've moved into the house, and it was definitely a full-on couple of days over the weekend to get all our stuff in. And whilst we had a truck here in Dili, we used the opportunity to go and buy a washing machine, and we also picked up a fridge freezer as well, so the house didn't come with any whiteware. At the moment, the house is a little bit chaotic as we've got everything in, but we haven't organised anything. So over the next week or two, we're going to make the house a home. So the house that we opted for is a privately owned house. There's 2 houses within the 1 yard, and the Timorese owner lives in one house and we've rented the second house. So it's nice to have the family and a few dogs and the chickens nearby, and so you kind of feel a little bit included in the community. And this particular house is 3 bedrooms, comes with air conditioning. I'll probably use one of the bedrooms as a studio, one for storage and one for sleeping in. And also high on our priority list was a garden. So this comes with an amazing garden at the front, beautiful trees, plants, birds and so on, and a nice big balcony as well. So if you're looking for longer term accommodation in Dili, my tip is to definitely give yourself plenty of time. I would say 4 to 6 weeks once you're in country. It's really challenging to do from outside the country, unless you wanted to pre-book one of the expat resort complex type places, which you could probably do online or over email and so on. However, if you're looking for a private place, yeah, that's much more challenging to do when you're not here in Dili. Once you arrive, then definitely start reaching out to anyone you know via WhatsApp and asking and spreading the word that you're looking for a place, and also start to put those posts up on the Facebook groups like Dili Expats and For Rent Dili, etc. And then the photos and so on will come flooding in, and then you kind of just sift through and figure out what's what. So I'm off to, unpack some more stuff and try and make this house a home. If you enjoyed the video, let me know by hitting the like button. If you haven't already, hit subscribe, and there'll be lots more videos coming soon. Cheers guys, speak soon. See a pile of stuff.
Yeah. The bucket filter down.